Namaste, everyone, and welcome to our fourth episode of FCNCC Presents CEO and Executive Series. Today, for our fourth guest, we have a very special business owner who is renowned all over BC and all over Canada, director and owner and VP of construction of High Five Chicken based on British Columbia. High Five is Canadian fast food restaurant chain that started in 2016 and is quickly expanding to multiple locations and continuing to grow. We're going to hear the story of our business owner, and the story of his struggle and success. Welcome to the show, Shar. Namaste.
Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, Isha, and thank you so much for Federation of Canada and Nepal Chambers of Commerce to giving me opportunity to share some of my experience to my journey with the High Five Chicken. So thank you so much.
No problem, and we appreciate you taking out your time and joining us today. We have a time difference, but we're very glad and honored to have you here. Before we start, I would just like to ask you to let us know more about your chain and just give us the location and more information on where we can go.
Absolutely. So we started this company, High Five Chicken. Actually, the first location we started 2017, July 7 on Vancouver, which is Main and Marine Drive. That is our first location. Then 2018, we opened another location, our second location on 10th Avenue, Burnaby. Then 2020, with the middle of the pandemic, we opened the two more locations, one in the Hastings Burnaby and one in the Kingsway Burnaby. So we used to have a 4 corporate store. So then after we decided to go with the franchising, the module, from 2020, then we started with the franchising module. So right now we have a 7 running location. So out of the 7 running location, we sold 2 of our own corporate location as a franchisee. So right now we own the 2 of our corporate location. Then the rest of the 5 are the franchising location. Then 4 more are coming soon, which is the 3 is going to be nearly in the completion stage, which we are assuming we're going to open within this June month. Then one last project is last means like 11th one. So that is going to be happening within 2 to 3 months of time.
That's great. That's good to hear that you're expanding and growing more. Would you also let us know what the products are and what you work with, and at the restaurant, what do you sell?
Well, this is the QRS quick service restaurant. Basically, we focus more on the fried chicken, and we do have a roasted chicken as well. So based on the chicken, so main core product is the chicken. It's kind of the similar like Church's, Popeyes, KFC. So those kind of this style. The product we have, the different is like we carry the roasted as well, which is without oil and without breading. So we roast on the oven. So those are the product main on the menu course is those are, and there are some appetizers, the fries, onion rings, munchers, poppers. So these are our main core products.
That's great. And I hope whoever's watching us, whenever they're in BC, they're able to go to your location and try it out. So I would also like to go back and know more about you. You started as an electrician and safety engineer in Nepal. You worked at Qatar and Canada. What made you choose a different path from an electrician to now a business owner?
Actually, I was passionate about the electrical because my dream was to be an electrical engineer. But like, everything cannot be possible. So when I started the job, yes, I choose the same, the electrical, the division where I used to work in the Hyatt Hotel in my country, Kathmandu, for 7 years from 2000 to 2007. And earlier that one, I used to work for the Japanese project, which is working with the Nepal Electricity Authority reinforcement project. So I spent almost like 5 years with them. Uh, then once I left from the Nepal on 2017, where I got opportunity to work in the Bahamas for 2 years in the hotel industries. Then 2009, when I got opportunity to come to the Canada, then I have to started with a job with the Church's Chicken as a food service supervisor, where I got the training almost like 2 to 3 months. Then I got opportunity to become a manager. Then the turn is completely turned out the different experience. I have to left whatever I know. Then I have to start with the food industries. Then I start enjoying because due to the appreciation from my company, the acknowledge whatever I'm doing in that such a in the manager position, then its interest is converted to the food industries. So I work almost 10 years continuous with the Churchy Chicken as a manager. So before I left, one of my director, he was about, he's in the retired age 70. The moment he's retired, then we had a discussion. He had some dream project to open his own. Then we started these topics in 2016. So let's started our own. Then we had my third partner who used to work with the Tim Horton for almost like 12 years as a general manager. So he used to run like two of the Tim Horton as a general manager. So we blended all our experience together, so which is collectively almost 65, 70 years old, the experience, then come with the conclusion, and it's a long process, right? To start with the recipe, what we can do the differently than the others, so the thing is we come up with the natural ingredients without chemicals, without MSG and all these things. So we continue almost 6 months. We continue research. Then today we are here. We started with the first location where we got all the very good response and all this, the people, they recognize about the product and all these things. That's how a story began.
Yeah, and you said it's a long process. So if there is somebody who's starting a business, especially in the fast food industry and franchising, what were the steps you took and how it started, and what are the licensing process for the business?
Before the licensing, also there is a process to get the what do you call the brand. Suppose the High Five Chicken, we need to register that one, the company registration process. So that is one process. Then after, we need to find the location, and after found the location, then we need to contact to the city, because our design is completely different from the beginning, because we give more focus on the production. So our kitchen has to be certain. So where is all the engineering field is involved, like what size of the hood, what size of the fan, what is the kitchen, what are the equipment, what is the capacity of that equipment, the electrical capacity, plumbing capacity, mechanical capacity, everything is involved. So we need to get involved to the engineer, make the drawing, then submit to the city. City took time to review from their expertise. So then only they are issuing the building permit. Okay, now you can start the construction. So all the plan is accepted. So once they accepted the plan, then only we can start the construction, and construction will take almost 2 to 3 months. So it is quite a bit of process.
Yeah. And well, now you've expanded and you've had a lot of growth within the industry. But initially, were there any struggles that you faced? What was the difficulty in establishing a business?
The difficulty is not that much to doing the business, is because the first of all is the money.
Yeah.
Second is expertise, because we need to have expert people who knows what they are doing. So I have a little bit of knowledge of the equipments and the engineering. My partner, he had a little bit of expertise on the marketing. So my third partner, he's an expert on the operation. So all of this team came together. Then we started. Then we need to like approach to the bank also. Obviously, like all of the money we cannot like put it from our pocket, right? So we need to like put the proposal to the bank. This is the what we are doing. We need to submit to the business plan and all these things. So that is also another process, but it's not very difficult. Obviously, the whatever is the first time is doing, it's always the first time is a little bit tough. But if same thing is replicate again and again, and it's become a little bit easy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you're obviously right now competing with in the Canadian industry with different fast food chains like Church Chicken or Popeyes. So how competitive does it get?
It's a tough competition. It is very difficult because they they established like the 40-50 years ago, right? So we are quite new in the market. uh, it's quite challenging, but the proudness is like we are local. We started this one here, right? So anything like we are British Columbian, we support locally and all these things. It doesn't matter. So on the social media, on the branding, the pieces and all those things, we try to advertise that way. So we are locally, support locally. So our name is already like the people, they can recognize our name. And we work with the community as well. Whenever there is a community event and something, we went there, like we asked to have the sponsorship and all this thing. uh, as well as like we are getting big picnics orders, where is the Chinese association, they are doing the big picnic during the summer. So we went there, we got the order from them. We reach out to the all of the schools to try our product, so we are getting the schools order as well. So yeah, we are continue focus on what we are doing, and like we are keep continue reach out to the each and every corner. So yeah, it's also quite a bit the process, but yeah, on
Yeah,
in terms of we are doing good on that one.
yeah, that's great. And do you use any delivery service for people who wants to deliver food? Like
uh,
like
Sorry.
Uber or Skip, do you deliver to
Oh,
houses?
yes. What happened during the pandemic is like after the pandemic, so all the game has been changed.
Yeah.
um our food actually, the food can travel. So
Mhm.
whatever the food can travel, so because delivery market taken over by the Uber, Skip, DoorDash, uh, this one is happening after the pandemic, during the pandemic, because the people, they cannot go outside now, they don't have any choice, so they need to order the food. And we do have a lots of restriction that time, like not more than 4 or 5 people can come inside the restaurants and all those the restriction. So yes, almost like a 80-90% of the business that time is taken care by the delivery companies, so third party delivery company. But obviously they charge like quite a bit. So technically we did a good business, but they are the one who makes the money more than us.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, for the whole industry and specifically for your business, do you think there should be anything done on a government level to be able to work for the welfare scheme and be elevating the business or helping the industry in general? What do you recommend that government do more?
Government do more is like they should have to, I know it is quite difficult, but like a GST on the food should be a lower. That should be the one help. And for the business loan process through the bank, it's need to be a little bit easy. Of course, there is some the checklist is there, which they need to meet all the the checklist and the standard, but at least there should have some the easy process. The government is helping during the pandemic. Also, they help, like, for all of the small business. They help for the rent subsidy. They give the seva loan and all these things. So that is the huge help for the small businesses. Um, but it's still like, if the lowering the GST cost, to deal with the delivery platform, to do some negotiate to lower their margin. That is because it is very difficult for us right now. Is all the inflation is going way high, food cost is going high, and is in this situation, if this third party delivery also, their commission is not very the low, it's quite high. So basically the small business cannot make that much of profit. So if the government can help to lower their the commission, need to bring one flat rate, so that will be help us.
Yeah, that's great. And obviously, so you mentioned that in COVID you were struggling and most of your food was to a third party delivery service. But now, is it getting better or is it still same for your business?
It's getting quite better. It used to be almost like a 80-90% third party delivery only we have to depend with, but now after the post pandemic, now this the still there is because the people already have a habit to order from the home. Nobody wants to take the risk and the liability to go to the road or drive the car, get the food. So it's still, because it's an easy process, is due to the software, just to just order through the phone and the food in on your door. So that is already, it's a habit, and there's still lots of people, they are still working from the home. So it's kind of the trend which is not going to go very easily. It will stay there in the market for the delivery service. So but now it's like almost 40-50%. It's not like 80-90% like before. So I think it will take a little bit of time. So still the delivery service will be there in the market for sure.
Okay. That's great. And you've established since 2016. Personally, what do you think it takes for somebody to open a business? Do you think people who are looking to start a business, when should they plan, or when should they start doing, and what are the advices you could give a business person starting?
There is some elements need to be there. Suppose the money is first, obviously, and expertise. If you have an expertise, if you have an experience, and if you have a money, then anytime the business can be started, because we are in the country of opportunity. Everyone knows about that one. The population is growing day by day. More immigrants are coming. More the population is growing. So the food business is not going to go anywhere. So the business, it's not only the food. If you have expertise, if you have experience, any kind of the business they can able to do. They don't need to wait, as long as they do have these elements.
Yeah. So in your opinion, how profitable do you think the fast food industry is, and how much success can you get if you're working in it?
Any type of the business, especially food business, it takes time, because all the product must have to be tested, must have to be approved from your customers. They need to be treated well. They need to get the good service, good food, clean environment. So if that one goes to the people mind, it takes time. Any business, it's not like that we open the business today and we start making the profit from tomorrow. So the business will take time, but we need to keep the focus, continue what we are doing, what type of the food we are serving, what level of the service we are providing to the customers. As a guest, actually, because when I used to work in the hotel industry, we never said the customers, it's all guest. So if we can satisfy the guest, then definitely the business can make money. But business can make a success. It takes time. It cannot be like an overnight thing. So yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned you worked in hotel prior to working as a business owner in Nepal. You worked as an electrician as well, and you worked as a safety engineer for a Hyatt hotel. So during all of this experience, what is things that you learned, and what are the struggles, or why did you choose a different career path from one before?
Well, my passionate is still in the as I already mentioned before. I want to be an electrical engineer. So I very young age I started the job, almost like a 1991. I started the job and the Japanese project where I used to work with the 11 kV line transmission and distribution in my country. Then I got the opportunity 1997, almost 96, in Nepal Electricity Authority government job. But what I feel is like it's kind of on that age. That job is kind of lazy type of the job. There is nothing to do, just sitting in the chair, just the receiving the phone, turn off this, turn on that. Like it's very easy. And I think, no, this is not, it is not for me because I want to work hard. I don't know, from the beginning, like from the age, like when from that age, I want to do the more struggle, more hard work and all this thing, and which I enjoyed in the when I work with the Japanese people, right? So I got the opportunity. That's why I left that the government job because I resigned almost like within a 12 days, because the job is like a very easy job, just sitting in the chairs. So that's why I moved to the Qatar, because I got the opportunity to work with the Japanese company, which is a uh, Japan Gas Company and American Kellogg Company joint venture, the RAS Gas Company, where I used to be a supervisor under my the supervision. There is almost 15 countries people so working under me that time, which was in 1997 to 1999. Then I went back to the Nepal. Then I joined the Hyatt Hotel, which was just open. I joined as an electrician, but I got promoted as a safety engineer. It's not safety engineer, it's a safety engineer. So I used to do all the maintenance, preventive maintenance and all this thing in my country, in Hyatt Hotel. uh, then its life is goes on. Then I got the opportunity to go to the Bahamas. I went there. I work in the hotel, the same industries where I work in the front office as well, to sell the room, taking care of the maintenance and all this thing. Then I got opportunity to come in the Canada. So the moment I come into Canada, and then I got this opportunity to work in the food industry, which I never worked before.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying, like, it's beginning is quite hard, yes, of course, because I never did that kind of the job before. So couple of months, 1 or 2 months, it's hard, but like I start enjoying, because I start talking with the people, especially in Canada. Everybody is very nice, very helpful. The conversation is very easy. So, I start enjoying in the food industries. That's how my career has changed. My path has changed.
Yeah, that's true. And we admire your spirit. Over the years, you've collected so many experiences. You've been into so many industries. I just wanted to ask, do you recommend people to come to Canada because you've been across a lot of places, Bahamas, Qatar, even in Nepal, you've worked in a government job, which a lot of people want to apply for and work for the government in Nepal, but you chose to come like thousands of miles away. So do you recommend people to come and work in Canada? Like, what are the benefits from it?
Of course, because as everybody knows about, it's a land of opportunity, right? So even through the study, when you come here, if you want to do the study, 2, 3, 4 years study can like give your dream fulfill. Like, you can choose whatever you want. Like, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a nurse, you can, you want to become the electrical engineer. Because if you come on the age, like, then you can start the study, you can start your career, you can choose whatever you want to be. And of course there is a line of opportunity, tons of opportunities here. We just need to pick, and you just need to get the opportunity and use your continued focus where you are good at it. Like if you are expert in something, just keep continue focus on that one. So definitely you're going to be there. So I will highly recommend, obviously. It is very, yeah, great country to establish you and your family.
Yeah, I think both for studies and work. So if you would recommend kind of. So moving back now, we've talked a lot about your business. So we wanted to get to know you personally as well. What's your day-to-day activity look like when you work, or what do you do on a daily basis?
Well, our continued focus is always the quality of the food, to make sure the quality has been maintained on the food. The guest will get the superior the service all the time. The restaurant need to be clean. We make our policy procedure, make sure everybody is like a following, all of our employees following our proper policy. They work under our all the rules and the regulation, it is happening or not. So day to day basis, like and obviously it's not, we are not there yet, because we still need to do a lot more for the branding, so that the people, they will know more about that high five. So this is the completely the branding and the marketing, where we need to still continue. We need to work on it. But day-to-day basis, like I visit most of the restaurant, where I discuss with the manager about what are the reviews are coming, where we need to work, like where we did a good, we need to recognize them, reward them, to coach them, to talk with the team, what they are doing. If they are doing good, just recognize them, because it's a teamwork, right? It's not like a one-man show. It's teamwork, because today also this business we are here, not only it's because of me, it's from my partners who are expertise on this one. Very, very, one of my partner is now 76, and this one is his dream, because it took like almost 60 years to become a businessman, because he worked for somebody else for continuously 45, 50 years. So those are the day-to-day basis. The basis, we do the meeting with the three of us, like our partners. We always discuss how we can do more branding, more marketing. Right now there is some inquiry from our interior, and we are opening one of the location outside of it's still in the BC, but interior. So Victoria Island, we're opening one.
Okay, that's great. And you're also expanding and growing. So in the process, like, would you be hiring? Do you hire? Like, how's your hiring process? What kind of jobs do you provide, and are you looking for?
We are hiring still. First of all, we are giving the first priority to the local people who are already looking for the job, and there is a lot of transaction. The people, because they cannot satisfy with the only one job, right? So they want to switch the job. So right now we are hiring from even the foreigner worker from our country, from India, from Philippines. So we do have quite a bit, like almost like 20 of our teams. They are from they came as a foreigner worker, where they bring their family, they're happy, they're established here, they're taking care of the business, we're taking care of them, they're taking care of our business. Yeah, that's how it's going on.
Okay, that's great to hear. We wish you all the best. I hope your chain keeps on growing and expanding. To all the viewers watching, we are currently live from CanadaCopper.com. Hope our talk with Mr. Suraj has been great, and then you can learn from him, his stories, and you can also visit his business, High Five Chicken in BC. They have 7 franchise right now, and they're moving forward for more. And if you want to be associated with it, they are hiring different jobs. You can go and apply if that is what you're interested in. Lastly, thank you so much for coming. We really
it's my pleasure. Thank you so much,
thank you so much
for giving me this opportunity to share some of my experience. And I would like to invite, like whenever you are in the Vancouver area, please try our product and give us a feedbacks.
Yes, yeah, thank you so much for the invite. This is me, Isha Subedi, your moderator, signing off. I'll see you guys again with another guest next Sunday at 10 a.m. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.